Ever feel like you're not being heard or your words aren't making the impact you want? Well, if that's the case, then you don't have to worry because you are not alone in this, because almost everyone thinks that communication is all about talking, but it is not, because it's a bridge between important things like where you are and where you want to be in your personal as well as professional life. Communication has a big impact on life, and if at any point you feel like you are having this problem, then you should take the help of a communication coach to improve your soft skills. So, for more ideas or to let you know about how you can make it possible, we will be discussing here 6 psychology-backed tips to supercharge your communication training. We will discuss these tips because, after knowing about them, you will get to know how, by just communicating fluently, you can make all the work possible and even attract them towards you. So, now without taking any longer, let's get started. 6 ways to improve communication skills. Way 1. Do choose your words wisely. Your words can inspire or discourage, so choose them with care. This is the most important and common tip that you should remember if you want to improve your communication skills, and even want that your words won't go unnoticed, because by choosing the words wisely, you will be able to have a healthy conversation. Choosing your words carefully can either motivate or discourage others. A well-chosen word can uplift, while a careless one might do the opposite. So aim for words that inspire action and create positive results. If we give you the example, then, instead of mentioning it, "You're always late," you can mention, "It would mean a lot to me if we could start the work on time." Actionable advice for this would be, pause before speaking so that you can choose the words wisely and make a good impression instead of discouraging anyone. Do use the statements in context with "I" to show the clear feelings. Replace harsh or criticism words with constructive ones. Way 2. Master active listening training. Communication isn't just about what you say, it's about what you hear. The other way that you can master during the executive communication training is that you should master the power of active listening instead of arguing or creating any fight. This is necessary to follow because if you interrupt anyone in between, then you will be taken as arrogant and no one will get interested in taking any of your opinion or keeping you in any conversation. So, if you want that, you and your words should matter. Then allow the person to speak first and express their feelings. After that, you should mention your point. It's because then, your point would not only be considered valuable, but genuine. If we will explain this through example, then that would be, imagine you are with one of your colleagues and that person is venting about the tough work. Then, instead of giving a reply at the same time, just wait patiently and make eye contact with him so that the person gets to know you, are understanding, and even listening to him properly. After that, when the person has expressed everything, repeat the key points of conversation like, "It feels like the deadline pressure is very overwhelming." Actionable advice. Keep your words for the last and listen to the person properly. Pause before responding. Summarize words so that it looks like you have understood everything and heard properly. Use phrases like, "What I'm hearing is," or "It seems like." By listening actively, you will make the person feel valued and develop a strong communication foundation. Way 3. Focus on your body language. Your words matter, but your body speaks volumes. The other thing that you should remember while doing professional communication training is that with your words, your body language even speaks a lot. Research by Dr. Albert Mehrabian reveals that 93% of communication comes from non-verbal cues like body language, facial expressions, and tone. So don't just focus on words. Make sure your body language aligns with your message. So keep your body language in the way that the other person won't feel bad and that he or she, with their words, is not being valued and even listened to. The real-life example of this would be if you are representing your idea or any presentation anywhere, and at that time, if you will stand tall, use hand gestures properly, as well as make eye contact with everyone, then it will reinforce your confidence. This way, the ones who are observing you will listen to every word carefully and even trust your message. Actionable steps. Maintain welcoming posture by taking leadership communication training, mirror a bit of the other person's body language, and create a positive connection. Give a genuine smile because the excess would be contagious. Way 4. Ask questions that matter. Great and expressive communicators don't just have a word, they communicate. As per this tip, which you will get to know during your effective communication training, To make someone feel truly heard, ask thoughtful questions that show you care about their perspective. This will make the person feel valued, but this gesture will make them understand that everyone has heard them properly. As an example of this, instead of using, "How's your work?" ask them, "What's the most exciting part of your work that you enjoy well?" This way, the person will get to know that not only their words, but their work is being valued, which in turn will give them confidence through which they will do the work in a better way. Actionable steps. Show curiosity at work by asking follow-ups. Listen actively to all the answers. Use open-minded and practical questions for deeper responses. Way 5. Practice empathy in conversations. Empathy is the secret ingredient towards meaningful conversations. If you keep this gesture while having conversation with anyone, then they will get to know with their words that the conversation is also being valued. So, while expressing your thoughts, do use meaningful words, as it will highlight empathy as a core skill and help you in the best way. As an example of this, if anyone is not that quiet during the meeting or anything and they are assuming that all are disengaged, then at that time you should ask, "Is something bothering you?" This small gesture could not only strengthen the trust, but also motivate them to have confidence and share everything properly. Actionable steps. Before saying anything, imagine yourself in the other person's situation. Avoid jumping to conclusions, and do ask the questions for better understanding. Way 6. Leverage the power of storytelling. Stories captivate. Facts inform, but stories transform. Storytelling helps sync brain activity and fosters deeper connections. Facts inform, but stories transform. They make your message relatable and memorable. This was even specified by Uri Hassan, who has performed neuroscience research as per which the brain works in a better way if the message is transferred through storytelling. Instead of saying, "The project will be helpful and beneficial for the customers," you should use a story to let them understand as per, "Imagine you are a busy mom and you are finding it difficult to manage your work and personal life so that you can give proper time to your kids. Then for that time, you can rely on our project, as this would be a big help for you." Actionable steps. Prepare a story with a proper structure, like a beginning, end, and middle section. Include all essential details to make it more relatable. Keep the story tied to your main message. Still looking for a way to improve your communication skills effectively? Now it's your turn. Try these tips to see how they can boost your communication. Have more ideas? Drop them in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more psychology-backed self-improvement tips.